Okay, jolly tea drinkers, let's rewind. First, Miss Tea, Mr. Coffee, and Paulina have been hard at work volunteering at a youth basketball tournament. Things took a dramatic turn when the grand prize basketball vanished. Determined to crack the case, the trio investigated tirelessly, even facing some close calls, like getting locked in a storage closet. Luckily, Paulina came to the rescue, and the team pressed on to the gym. That's where Paulina's quick thinking and a spectacular tackle revealed some shocking information, and Cade dropped a stunning revelation. Now the mystery deepens. With tensions running high, what twists and turns await them next? Could this be the moment where everything finally starts to make sense? Or will they uncover more surprises? Grab your tea and that cozy weighted blanket and let's jump right in. Tea and Basketball Chapter 9 begins now. Miss Tea, Mr. Coffee, Paulina, and Reggie stood courtside listening to Cade Mitchell, Mr. Coffee's chief of staff. The basketball tournament just ended, but the mystery about the stolen prized raffle basketball was only beginning. That's quite an unbelievable excuse, Cade, said Sean. It's not an excuse, Mr. Hanson. It's the truth, I swear, said Cade. Wait, said Paulina. Who was about to be kidnapped? My little brother, said Cade. Someone was trying to kidnap your brother? Asked Miss T. But why? Because he wanted me to steal the ball, said Cade. It's worth a lot of money. Who wanted you to steal it? Asked Sean. One of the low-life criminals from the old neighborhood, said Cade. They call him the Dungeon Master. He must have recognized me when he saw me walking around earlier. Recognized you from what? Asked Reggie. Look, I used to be involved in some bad stuff when I was a teenager, okay? But when my mother moved us out of that neighborhood, I changed my life. My grades got better, I got a scholarship, went to college, and got a good job, which eventually led me to this even better job. I'm not the same person I was when I was a kid. No one said you were, but you stole the ball and were about to hand it to this dungeon master person, said Miss T. No, you have it all wrong, said Cade. The evidence is right there in your hand, man, said Reggie, pointing at the ball. No, you don't know the whole story, said Cade. So then tell us, said Paulina. The game is over. There's not enough time, said Cade. Then I guess you better talk fast, said Sean. He grabbed the bag from Cade and crossed his arms over his chest, unwavering. Cade nervously looked around and rubbed his hand over his face. He exhaled deeply before he spoke. You want to know why they call him the Dungeon Master? Because he's really good at Dungeons and Dragons, replied Paulina. No, because he's known for kidnapping someone you care about and using that to blackmail you into doing his bidding. The person is usually thrown into this underground space called the dungeon. They're never the same after they get out. Whoa, said Paulina. I was way off on that one. Today, he threatened to kidnap my little brother if I didn't give him that ball. I had to do something. So you risked your job in order to save your brother, said Miss T. But it's all for nothing if I miss this meeting with the dungeon master, said Cade. What exactly was your plan? Asked Sean. Cade placed his hands on his head, closed his eyes, exhaled, and then looked at Sean. I took the ball while no one was looking. Then I went and grabbed a new basketball, and I tried to replicate all of the signatures onto it. It took me forever. That's why I missed all your phone calls and texts. Sorry. Wait, replicating signatures? Asked Miss T. What were you trying to do? I know it sounds ridiculous, but my goal was to give the dungeon master a fake ball, said Cade. I was going to hide the real ball until after he was gone. That way, I could protect my little brother and save the real ball for the raffle winner. That does sound ridiculous, said Reggie. Why didn't you come to us? We could have helped you, said Sean. Because he threatened me, Mr. Hanson, said Cade. He said that if I told anyone, he would just take my brother anyway. I couldn't let that happen. And why did you lock us in the closet? Asked Miss T. I'm sorry. You were snooping around and I didn't want you to ruin my plan. I figured I would just lock you in the room and then come back and get you after the exchange. Plus, I wanted to keep you guys safe too. Points for that, I guess, said Paulina. So where is this guy? Where are you meeting him? Asked Mr. Coffee. He told me to meet him after the game inside of that equipment room over there, Cade pointed. That's where I was headed when he pointed at Paulina, tackled me. That really hurt, by the way. He rubbed the side of his body. Don't mess with Robin, said Paulina. She playfully blew on her fist and rubbed it on her shirt. What are you talking about? Asked Reggie. Sorry, Reggie, inside joke, said Paulina. Mr. Hanson, I need you to know that I would never steal from you, said Cade. I like my job. I worked really hard to get here. You have to believe me. We'll talk about your job later, said Sean. Right now, I'm going to meet with this clown and handle this situation. He turned to walk away, but Cade placed a hand on his arm to stop him. No, Mr. Hanson, you can't go in there. He'll know that I double-crossed him, and he's dangerous. It'll be okay, Cade, said Sean. Trust me, I have a plan. You guys wait here. I'll be back. They watched as Mr. Coffee walked away. Cade once again rubbed his head nervously. Ooh, this is gonna be good, said Paulina. And that's where we'll pause for tonight, Jolly Tea Drinkers. What an eventful chapter, from Cade's surprising explanation to Mr. Coffee's thoughtful yet intense reaction. The tension is at an all-time high. Do you believe Cade's story? Is he telling the whole truth, or is there more that he's not saying? And what do you think Mr. Coffee is going to do next? Ooh, the mystery is red hot, and tomorrow night promises even more twists and turns as the team gets closer to uncovering the truth. You won't want to miss what happens next, so be sure to join us for Chapter 10. Until then, you know the drill. Sip your tea, sleep peacefully, and meet us back here tomorrow to see what happens in the next chapter as we race towards the exciting conclusion. Until next time, Jolly Tea Drinkers.